welcome back to another day in this beautiful journey of life. Welcome if you're new here. My name's Christy. In 2022, my husband Jason and I started restoring this late 1800s, fifth generation, what was an abandoned farmhouse property. We're doing this with full-time jobs, debt-free, no loan, just saving little by little, moving forward step by step, one day at a time, as time and finances allow. If you're following along, last week we went over some of the projects and goals that we have for this season, and we're going to get started on one of those today. However, I've got to fill you in on some of the other things we had planned. It never goes according to plan. It's always something. Today we originally were going to be tilling up the garden. However, the rototiller decided that the valve stem was going to come off, and so we're not going to be doing that today. We've got a high of like 78, I believe. It's just such a nice day. And I hear turkeys somewhere, but I don't know where they're coming from. Next unexpected thing that happened was we had a bunch of rain this past week and the basement flooded. And it flooded like it's never flooded before. The basement flooded. You can still see how wet the floor is. It was just full of water. You can see the line, how deep it was. So, Jason's digging a trench down here in the basement. It's coming in this back corner of the basement, and then it just runs down the back wall. And then we had a drain here. We need to get another pipe in. So, yeah, the basement flooded, and this is what we're doing now. He's getting the pipe put in, put back together, installing a couple drains over here. We're hoping that helps. A few years back, we saw that we did have some water in the basement, and it wasn't too bad. We were able to get it down the drain. It wasn't an issue. This time there was like 3-4 inches in the basement. We do know that we need to get gutters on the house and some French drains in the back, which would help out a lot. We're just not there yet. We are hoping to get the French drain in at least at some point this year. However, quick fix for now was that Jason dug out the basement. We still need to figure out something to do on this side because we know it's coming in that back corner, but that's a job for another day. This is the low wet side. He dug all this up, hammer drilled it, small handheld hammer drill, and put in a pipe and added a couple drains in the floor over here to help some of the water that was coming in. It is still wet, and we have yet to test it with any more rain and flooding, but you can see you got that pipe in and a couple drains to try and help with that water. So today's plan is we're going to go over to the dilapidated lean-to building that's been here forever and ever. We're wanting to get this cleaned out, torn down, and build a new, bigger, better chicken coop. So today we're going to work on getting this end bay cleaned out with the implements and attachments that we have and want to keep and get them moved. This is what we're moving. We've got the leaf rake, this little attachment, a couple trailers, mower. That's all going to be moved today. We've also got a bay of wood that we're hoping to get moved within the next couple of weeks. We need to get bins for the wood, and then Jason will be getting a trailer to get all this scrap, aluminum and metal moved up, well, loaded up and taken in for scrap. And that's attached now, and then I'll show you where we're going to be moving it to. Over here behind the old barn to the little shelter out here, and this is now going to be where all these implements sit. So we got a little building over here. Look at this really cool foundation that's back here. But originally we were going to put pigs back here. And after living here a few years, we realized this probably wasn't the best place for pigs anyway. So this is now going to be turned into basically a shed, just like a cover for equipment and all the stuff that we have. So it's all going to be moving over here. First step in getting that torn down and getting a chicken coop built is getting this stuff moved out of there. We're just going to start by raking it out a little bit, trying to get a lot of these bigger sticks, leaves cleaned out, pick up any glass we might find. The last thing we need is any more flat tires. That. I'll take this. Then we got, I don't know how we're gonna get that plow over because we need the tractor, but then that trailer, and the mower, and the fencing. Coming, Thelma? garbage that's down over there. It's nice finally having a use for this building back here. All right. right, we got all but one of the attachments out of this first bay here and are utilizing the building back there for the first time, which is really nice.
Or used to be pig shanty.
It was supposed to be a pig shelter. But then we realized we had too much on our plate and we should probably wait for pigs. And there's just too much glass back there for animals.
It's too far away from the house and right on the big set of woods. If you're gonna have coyotes or a bobcat come in, that's where it's gonna happen.
That's where they do come in. Yeah,
Yep.
that's where we found them sneaking in. So it's all cleaned out. We just have this piece yet, which we're gonna have to wait until he gets the tractor out to get that moved anyway. And we need to make a path back there for you to get the tractor back there.
Well, I can get it between the.
Get some of those.
But I can't turn in there, so it's way too big.
At some point, we want to get some of those barn stones moved out to open up the front and get some trees down.
Well, once we get through some of this rain and I can get the machinery out, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, I can get the skid steer out right now to do all this stuff, but it's going to shred the yard.
Yeah.
It's going to.
Yeah, it's way too wet for that. So now we're just going to pick up some of all this stuff that's fallen, this garbage, like this.
Even like this stuff here.
And this. The roof that's fallen in.
It's all bent up. And
Yeah. We have plenty of fencing. This. Had a change of plans today, which is fine. We've got plenty of projects to do.
What were we gonna do?
Till the garden.
Oh. Yeah. I have a hard time remembering that the same day is the same day. Just be careful, like what you're pulling apart. You can pull on the wrong thing and bring a section down on top of it.
Is that what you're gonna do? Is burn it? You're not gonna like hook it to the dumpster?
No, it's all wood. Just burn it.
Oh, yeah.
You know.
Clean the nails up after.
Yep. So I just wanna. These three are gonna be runs.
I would like to have coops on this end, coops on this end.
Well, the coop is going to be built inside of here.
Yes, that's all.
This is going to be coop.
All coop.
From pole to pole.
Yeah, and I want the same on this side, but I want it sectioned in the middle. That way they can be separated. And then a run here and a run here to come off both sides, and even to open it up in the middle, you know? Can you get it? I was gonna say it's I thought it was gonna be easier to get some of these pieces of that plywood off, thinking you could pull it and it would come off in pieces, but it's just so deteriorated that it just like flakes apart.
Yeah, it just falls apart. And that's why it's doing this, because it's all intertwined together.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just flaky.
And you got to be careful, because every time that piece falls to the ground like that, you got nails now.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. This is not coming to the ground without nails hitting the ground.
Oh yeah. It's gonna look so crazy
gonna look so much
when
better.
it's gone though.
Oh wait, here.
Oh, holy cow! That wasn't the piece I thought was coming down.
The whole thing? Here, I got it.
Look out, baby. Dang.
See, that's one thing that kind of confuses me. That this side is in so much better shape.
Yeah, it is. There's a piece on the end over there I was trying to get. Over here. Look, that looks like it's just gonna come down. It's this side though. Rotted it.
Oh, wow. Sometimes you just gotta run. That's what it's gonna be, is that right there. Except we'll have the Sawzall and stuff out here cutting shit apart, making big pieces.
To be honest, I kind of worry about the Sawzall because it's not even like solid enough for you to cut it like that, you know?
Well, you just go quick, my love. If you're worried about it, then you only cut part of the way through it. Then you grab a shovel or a bar.
Try to get some of these ones, these pieces that are hanging. I was trying and I was just pulling off little pieces. Ooh, that's a good one. Ooh. I'm surprised that stayed together.
Talent, my love.
How about this one?
Same thing. Yeah, maybe.
It's like wet paper.
Yeah, it's so.
Oh. Okay. Wow.
That's what I mean. You
Yeah, that's what you got to be careful of. Especially with those old nails sticking out.
I'll get everything out of here this week if the rain cooperates. Because it would be best to have you out here with me.
Mm-hmm.
I'm running the heavy equipment, ripping this down. Get it to the ground. We got the trailer, the dump trailer. We got the buggy. And I even say that we just do it right here. Because then at some point when it's all down, it can just be pushed over here.
Oh, burn it.
And just burn it right here. Yes, that's what we're gonna do.
What did you say your plan is then? Like with the Sawzall to cut the
No,
posts, or-
those are staying. The poles or the posts are staying.
So where were you cutting?
I will cut halfway through right here. Right here. Halfway through this. Halfway
Look out.
through this. Through all the support cores.
Okay.
And then I'll put the forks on the skid steer. Lift them up and just push down. And it'll.
They go up that high.
Yeah. Worst case scenario, we can just put a chain on it and pull it. But we don't want to do damage to the posts. All these boards, every one of these will come off.
Yeah. Okay. That's a good start.
Well, it's a start.
We got a full load here. I'm happy with that. It was a good start for the day. Got all those attachments, this first bed cleaned out. A lot of the garbage cleaned up, and got to utilize the old building for some equipment, which is good. You built this like 3 years ago.
Yeah, this will be the third year.
And it hasn't been used for anything, so it's a perfect equipment.
Yeah.
All that stuff that was in that bay fit perfectly right here. Perfect.
It's better in here than.
Yeah, where it was. Well, that's good. Got that first bay cleaned out, got some of the garbage cleaned up, and first step in getting that cleaned out to get it turned into a chicken.
Turn it into a chicken coop.
I love it over here.
This is a cool little spot.
I love the barnstone. I love the foundation. We really wanted to be able to utilize this space for something because it's just so pretty over here. I love the view with the tree and the barns and
all these trees are going. We're gonna.
I just think it's
This
so
big
pretty.
one's. I might leave the big one, just for the canopy.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
But all these little ones are gonna go. That way I can slope it to be able to drive the tractor up into here.
Yeah, he wants to take out this whole front, right?
Yeah,
This whole
of
front,
all,
or
all,
just like the middle, or
no,
all of it.
At least back to here, at least. Because you got to be able to turn
Yeah.
when you come in, you know.
That's going to be all for this one. Very happy with getting that cleaned out, getting some equipment storage, making space for all that. We'll see you in the next one. Bye, guys. Say bye. Say bye.
birds.
All of it. The peepers, the birds.
Are you excited for the lightning bugs?